like that a little bit after that. And I'm going to be joined today by very special guests. The wonderful, illustrious, amazing, intellectual, spiritual, critical, but not too critical, lyrical, definitely not a flower. But then again, kind of like a flower. You know who I'm talking about, those Bodega Ladies. Gonna be asking them some questions. Gonna be talking to them. Gonna allow them to do some banter. This is Street Apologist Live, featuring the Bodega Ladies. Wrong screen. Check it out. It's zoomed in on my shoulder. Just what I always wanted. Boom. All right. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the program. Apologize for all the problems, everybody. It was my fault and my fault alone, except for also it was all their fault, too. Just kidding. Not really. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with the Bodega Ladies. We got DNew in the building. We got Dana in the building. We got Michelle in the building. And on the line, we got Shonny, and joining us via Skype, we have Miss Tytus 2. What this means is Miss Tytus 2 is not going to be able to hear the other panelists today, except for me. So I'm going to be doing my best to translate what is said. But everybody can hear Miss Tytus 2. Everyone, let's say hi and do a mic check. Hi.
Hola.
Hello.
Hey.
All right. Everyone's excited. People are jumping in the live chat. This is a brand new thing where I've had this many guests on, and I got a little kinks I'm still trying to work out on the system. So you guys have been running for a while, and you have been changing everything because we all know, ladies in apologetics, not the majority, but you guys not only have been the ladies in apologetics, you've teamed up like Voltron and been doing regular programs with our friend BK Apologist. But not only with him, angels don't always need Charlie. And so you all are angels on your own, doing what you do. And it hasn't really been about a year.
Yeah, just about a year.
We are celebrating a year of Bodega Lady Apologetics. So you guys ready to get in some questions?
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Okay. Every superhero has an origin story. And then every superhero team has an origin story. DNew, what's your origin story?
My origin story is that my mother gave birth to me several years ago, and I'm still here.
Congratulations.
Thank you. No, my origin story into apologetics, is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so I became aware of apologetics. I think my story is probably like most people, where it just came down to needing to understand why I believe what I believe. I grew up in church, was around Christians pretty much my whole life, but when I went to university, that was the first time really that my faith was challenged, and I had intellectual people telling me that God doesn't exist, that the Bible is garbage, that religion is garbage. And so pretty early on in my first year of university, I realized that I need to start thinking about what I think and why I think what I think. And so that got me onto the journey of discovering apologetics. And really, it was just in response to being able to survive university. By the fields of study that I went into was very much so anti-God. And so that's my origin. I discovered it there, and here I am today.
But how'd you get your superpowers? That means your specialties in apologetics. What are your superpowers, and how did you develop them?
My specialties. Well, I would say, I don't know if they're specialties, Vocab. I would say that my interest, can we call it that? Interest?
Nah, it's a superpower. Go ahead, though.
Is early church history, because I just find that, having grown up in church, we, for example, read the book of Acts, and we don't know what happens after that. We don't have a backdrop for it. We don't know what, and so that really is what I gear towards, just early church history. And then I have a side hustle going on, HH, Hebrews and Hoteps.
That's your side hustle, huh? Okay. What you mean is those are your other powers you're still developing, but I got you.
Yeah.
Did you say Hebrews and Hoteps? That sounds like the name of a book or a podcast or something.
It's my creativity. I literally just made that up.
It sounds like something going to be happening with that. Oh, yeah. And you said early church history? Hebrews, Hoteps, and history? Something like that. Or if you want to be next wave, Hebrew, Hoteps, and her story. All right. What about you, Dana? What's your origin story?
Michelle, Devo man. No, no, I don't know my particular area. I'm gonna be honest. There wasn't. I became a faithful Christian as an adult, and I did a lot of walking in that adult life by myself. There was no me. I was coming into faith, and so one of my big things is making disciples, so other people don't have to take the same journey that I took. That's one. And I really enjoy getting into scripture. And then my last one would be, I love doing godly things with my godly friends, and whatever that looks like, and however that looks like. Those are my origins.
So, Michelle hit you with one of those God loves you and I have a wonderful plan for your life moments?
No, then let me tell you how it happened. She was like, hey, yo, I'm doing the show. First, she was like, you free Friday? And I was like, yeah. She's like, Friday night? I was like, yeah, okay, cool. She was like, okay, I'm going to be on the show. I'm thinking she just wants me to watch the show. She was really setting me up. Because she was like, I'm going to get you on this show.
That's why first, before you say, are you free Friday? You say, why, what's happening? Who's going to be there?
Yeah. No, I know. I thought you wanted me to just watch her because she already know if she rocking and rolling, I'm going to watch. Right. She was like, so now that I know you're free, I'm going to get you on here. I'm going to be on the show. We going to be on the show. I was like, okay, bet. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is how this started.
All right. I like it. Specialties, things you like to focus on, a.k.a. superpowers.
Making disciples, doing godly stuff with my godly friends.
Okay.
All of those are true. And you're going to get, and they'll tell you in this here square, dealing with me, you're going to get what? This book and prayer. That's what you're going to get from me.
I thought you were about to say this book in these hands. The way you was about to phrase it.
Yes. Who? Not them. But trust me, outside of them, absolutely. I'm saved. I ain't stupid.
All right. That's another good shirt right there. This book in these hands. All right. We have Shonny again on the line. Let's make sure we can hear you. Shonny, are you with me? Hey, Shonny, are you with me? So, let me see if there's one thing I can do to make sure you're in here. Shonny, can you hear me? Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Hey,
all right, Shonny, we're doing our origin stories. What's your origin story? My
origin story. Into urban apologetics. First of all, I'm not an apologist. Let me put that out there in these streets. Ty is the only LOL. But so a couple years back, more than a couple actually, a friend of mine and I had never heard about this before, and I was like, girl, what is going on here? And so I started researching what it is that she was into. She was actually in one of the camps, and I started researching what's going on, what she's into, and I'm faithful to God. So just watching those videos, and I think you were, I don't remember how, but I ended up down, the YouTube rabbit trail of different types of videos, and all of a sudden I realized that I might be in Word of Faith.
Yeah.
And so it was like, got him.
They're anyway, talking about me.
Exactly. So just diving through those types of videos, doing some research on my own. It took me a minute to kind of accept that I was in Word of Faith theology, but after I accepted it, I just started just digging my way out of it, just deconstructing and reconstructing my own theology. But yeah, that's my origin story. And then I was on the outskirts. I stayed out on the outskirts for a while, just watching, getting as much information as I can. And then me and Ty, I started getting in the live chats. Me and Ty, we were talking back and forth, and then we became internet friends, and then friends in real life. And Ty snuck me and was like, "Girl, you should come do this video with us." I'm like, "Girl, I ain't got nothing to say." She was like, "Girl, come do this video." So that's how I got. That's my origin story into all of this.
So it sounds like everybody's sneaking everybody into urban apologetics.
Yeah, it was supposed to be one night, but here we are a year later.
Yeah, just this one time.
Right.
Well, I like how you guys are, but this lets me know. Watch out! He's some sneaky ladies. They might be getting you to commit to something. No, I like it. That's how we do it. Michelle, I want to see if I can get you a little centered. So if you can put your camera like a little bit towards the other way, towards the other way. You'll be centered. The opposite way you just did it. No, the opposite way you just did it. Because you're kind of in the bottom left. You're like, well, okay. I mean, you're still with this. Okay, Michelle, what's your origin story? And your superpowers?
I'm not.
You are cutting out my. Her superpower is to go invisible, apparently.
No, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my origin story is I'm not an apologist, and I just got drugged into stuff that I didn't want to be part of in the first place. You go tell one Hebrew Israelite that they're not the people of the book, and this is what the Bible says, all of a sudden you're urban apologist. I'm like, no, I'm not. They were just wrong. So that's really what happened. I get told, actually I was on the streets telling people before I knew what apologetics was. I do a lot of evangelism. So I was on the streets like, no, this is what the Bible says. Apparently you haven't read it and you're wrong. And then I found out, oh, I'm doing apologetics. And then online, you talk to one Hebrew Israelite, all of a sudden, people just put you in the urban category as some kind of apologist. I'm not none of those things. I'm just a regular person, a delicate flower, if you will.
What are your special powers, delicate flower?
I don't have none. Just being delicate is my special power.
Oh, come on. So what's some of the ideas you especially like to tackle? You know, what are some of the things you especially love to talk about? What's your soapbox? What's your passion? You know, you just can't stay away from it.
I don't want to talk to none of these people. I don't want to talk to nobody. Look, I was actually going to retire on our 1 year anniversary, and DNew tricked me to make me sign a longer contract. Let me not tell you. I was about to look, June 19th, I'm out and I'm retiring. And DNew was like, no, you're not. And this is how I'm going to trick you to get you to stay longer. And I was like, all right, fine.
So is this is this your swan song?
No, but I just wanted to tell that story. Because I tell everybody, I'm retiring. And they're like, oh, you're not retiring? I was legit retiring. And DNew tricked me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I wonder, is there anyone in this group who's not been tricked by another member at some point?
Ty has not been tricked by anyone. Oh. Ty is free evolution on her own, and so is DNew.
So Michelle says Ty hasn't been tricked by anybody, but she might have got tricked today because she's on Skype and she can't hear anything anybody's saying. So she doesn't know. So she kind of got it tonight though. She can only hear me. I'm the translator. So what she just said was Ty. So Michelle, part of your origin story though is being from Columbus, Ohio. So if do you know Brandon Moses, B Moses? He's MC. Yeah. You know him?
He was with Taylor and Taylor's brother.
Right. So I've been talking to him lately, and every time I talk to him, I keep on slipping into these stories about how I'm made in Columbus, meaning he's like, oh, how did you do this with the Hebrew? I'm like, man, it's because I was in Columbus and I had to face these other situations. Then when I got into apologetics, I feel like it made me. So do you feel like you're made in Columbus that way? Do you feel like it helped you with what you're doing now? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
So actually, me and Brandon, because we both went to the Ohio State University at the same time.
Oh, really?
When we were in college, he, Taylor, sometimes Christian, Taylor's wife, Liz, Brandon, my friend Candace, like we would go every weekend or every other weekend on campus, especially during game time, and we would evangelize like on campus. And Jesse, it was quite a few of us, and Brian Williams, as a matter of fact, he's the pastor now in his dad's old church. We used to all go out like and just evangelize. Rivka, as a matter of fact, was with us a lot of the time, and I didn't realize she was as young as she was. But that girl was on fire. But we will always be out there evangelizing the people. Just telling people about Jesus. We'd come up against atheists, of course. People who were like, oh, no, I'm a Christian. I went to Catholic school. Like, that don't make you a Christian, fam. And we would come up against the Hoteps, and then a little bit of everybody is on Ohio State's campus. So when we were in college, we actually went and did a lot of evangelism on Ohio State's campus, like all the time. So it got to a point people would see us, if they recognize us, they were like, oh boy, here they come again. So
that's good though. I know some of the people you're talking about, and then obviously, I never went to OSU, but I was kind of hanging out there a lot. And but actually more it's weird, when people hear that, they think, oh, did you go to a party? No, I was up there to graph. So back in the day, we would jump on the bus down from the south side, and we'd just take it straight up High Street, exit High Street. And this is before Short North got all pretty like it is now, with all these people. All these people now from Reynoldsburg think it's safe to come down there and hang around. Well, they weren't coming around back then, right? And so I was down there, and we were taking our markers and we were tagging like some idiots. But we would go around and just tag and whatnot, and then go to these open mics. There used to be this place called the Groove Shack, Snaps and Taps. I mean, I'm dating myself if you know the Columbus area. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about?
We had the JC spot.
The JC
when
spot?
we were in college. Yeah, it's the Jesus Christ spot. So that's where all the Christians kids went.
Okay, so I missed that. When we had similar stuff right before y'all, because I think I'm like right before y'all. We had similar stuff right before y'all, but obviously, they usually last a few years and then they're out. So I didn't have that one, but that's all right. I was mainly hanging around people from Rhema back then. All right, I don't want to get too much. We're gonna start talking about all the soul stuff, but I feel like
I do want to say me and Chris Featherstone, what's hilarious. So me and Chris Featherstone used to hang out all the time too, and we used to play Bible trivia. Me and Chris will always be the only ones who always got the questions correct. So I think it's really hilarious that it's he and I who do a lot of apologetic stuff, because it was always me and him just whooping everybody. They wouldn't let us on the same team anymore.
Right.
Because we could dominate people.
You can't have LeBron and Steph on the same team. It's not fair.
Yeah, we dominated everybody. So it's good to be from Columbus. Exactly.
Here's to being made from Columbus. Where'd you graduate from anyway? Or where'd you go? Or you don't have to. What's your high school? What's your neighborhood high school? How about that?
Pickerington.
Oh, what is that? The Tigers, Cougars? What was that?
It's the Tigers. Don't hate.
Purple Tigers? Sorry, I can't.
Look,
I can't. I'm Red Devils. Red Devils all the way.
But I went to Fort Hays too. So.
Oh, 4 days. Hey, that's a cool spot. A lot of graph kids came out of there too. But yeah,
I bet they did.
Yeah. So I'm Marion Franklin Red Devils. God bless my soul. The Hebrews thought it was prophecy though. See, he went to a school called Red Devils. Red Devils, not an accident. The Most High had him go to Marion Franklin. All right.
If they knew how trash Marion Franklin was, they would not say that.
If they knew how what it was?
Nothing. Never mind. God bless you, Vocab.
How tack? What'd she say?
Nothing. I said it's a wonderful school for some people.
No. Marion Franklin's not a wonderful school. You don't gotta. But what word did you say? What was that word?
I said it's not a good school. If they knew what kind of school it was, they wouldn't say that.
But I thought you said something else. How blank it was. Anyways, whatever. Tack or tough or I don't know what you said.
Trash.
Well, tack.
Trash, Vocab.
Oh, trash. Okay, there. I really didn't hear what you said. Trash. Yeah, what it is, that's true. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm still glad I went there 100%, and the Lord blessed me, and I don't have any regrets. But yes, it is trash. But that's all right. God is good. But I mean trash in a way like I love the trash. Like Oscar the Grouch. All right. Miss Tytus 2, you are joining us on Skype. What's your origin story, and how did you develop your superpowers?
I don't think I have any superpowers, and I think I have several origin stories. But if we're specifically talking about apologetics, my mom used to watch a lot of TBN. I know that's probably not a good start to the story, but Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron they had that show Way of the Master. So me and my mom would watch Way of the Master and watch Ray Comfort and Kirk, have all these dialogues with people on the street, street evangelism. So we went to a Way of the Master conference. We got some of their books. So I started reading books about atheism and things like that. But I think my first official apologetics book was Case for Christ.
Oh, Lee Strobel.
Yeah. Everybody loves Lee Strobel, right? So that was the first book about Christian things, biblical things that I read. I just felt super accomplished. I read a book that wasn't fiction and it wasn't the Bible. So I don't know. So it was that. And then I had a friend who converted to Hebrew Israelism. We used to go to the same church. They converted to Hebrew Israelism, so we used to have a lot of debates and stuff, and it kind of caused me to go back and check out my own faith, my own beliefs, and reevaluate some things. And then I ran across some guy's channel. His name was Vocab Malone, and I saw he wrote this book, right? So I read the book, and then it's kind of like what Shonny said. I went down a rabbit hole, went to some conferences, met more people, and then I decided to do a video on Hebrew Israelism, which you were kind enough to share on your platform. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, I got you all the hate.
You got me all the hate. I'm still getting some hate to this day, but it's totally fine. I think it was worth it.
What are friends for? What are friends for?
But yeah, superpowers, I don't know about that. I got lots of movie clips that I like to put in my videos. I don't know if that counts, but I like the jokes and stuff. I don't know if that counts.
Okay. Well, I like it. So, Miss Tytus 2, have any of the Bodega Ladies ever tricked you? Because apparently everybody's out here getting tricked.
I can't think of any trickery off the top of my head, but I'm sure as soon as I get off this call, I'm going to be like, you know what? I had 5 or 10 things they probably tricked me into at this point. But to be fair, I have tricked them into a lot of things, which I'm sure we're going to get to later. So I'm just going to leave that there.
That's all right. Again, these are good. These are good friend things. I thought it was funny though. One time when a guy said, it's like the old evangelism technique. People would say, Jesus loves you and has a wonderful plan for your life, and this version is God loves you and I have a wonderful plan for your life. Meaning, I'm about to tell you what you're gonna do in ministry. I'm gonna hook you up, but that's all right. So you specialties. Come on, you're not even gonna mention Greek life. Come on now.
Okay, so I'm doing a project on Greek life, specifically Black Greek life. I don't know enough about the other types, so that's why I'm focusing on what I do know about. So yeah, that's my specialty right now. And Hebrew Israelism, I feel like all urban apologists kind of have that Hebrew Israelite foundation there. So those would be my specialties right now.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that. Did you notice how many people, in some way, they had my friend got into Hebrew Israelism, how it was like a common thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all over the place now. I went to Walmart to get some notebooks one day, and this guy was like, what church do you go to? I'm like, I go to Blase Church. He's like, yeah, I go to Israel Church or something. I'm like, oh, okay, you're Hebrew Israelite? Yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Like, it used to be something that you just saw on the internet or just a select few, and now it's literally everywhere.
Did he have his fringes on, though?
I didn't see any fringes, but I'm not sure if they would allow fringes on the clock, so that's probably why he didn't have them on.
Oh, so he was an employee.
Yeah, he worked there.
Okay. Well, I remember I was in CVS picking up a prescription when I was sick, and the guy in front of me had his fringes on, and I said, "Are you Hebrew?" Yeah. We started talking. We went into his car. Him and I talked in his car for probably almost an hour about stuff. It was like a super cool conversation. And at the very end, he's like, "You look like this dude I've seen on internet." He's like, "But it's weird." And so this is at the end. He's like, "This dude." I was like, "Hey, what's this guy's name?" "This guy Vocab." I was like, "Bro, that's me." He's like, "No, that ain't you." And so at the end, he's like, well, you're kind of cool, but that's crazy. So it was the funniest thing that we had this, and I was talking to him like a Christian, like an apologist. It wasn't like I was talking to him or whatever. And he says that at the very end, and he's like, well, whatever, you're all right. It's pretty interesting though. So my point, say what?
Disdain towards you. He wasn't angry at you like a lot of them are.
No. If I could tell you the truth, while I was talking to him, he was like, you don't mind if I hit this prescription? And so he was hitting his prescription. So he was in a very good mood as well.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
His prescription wasn't the prescription he picked up from CVS. It was a different prescription. And so he was enjoying that while I was speaking with him. So he was pretty happy. So that's the true story.
Lucky for you, I guess.
Yeah. I did not partake as he enjoyed his prescription. I just talked to him and drank my water, Hey, shout out to Christine S. Shout out to Apologist in Detroit. Shout out to MJ Jackson, the Red Devil that General Johanna speaks of. That's exactly right. Everyone subscribe to that brother's channel, and also subscribe to Miss Tytus 2's channel and the Bodega Ladies channel. I'll put those in the description link. Now, I don't know, because everyone's on here saying they're not apologists. Dana, Michelle, Shadi, any channels you want me to tell people to subscribe to? Is there,
BK Apologist and
okay.
And Vision United, which is Chris.
Oh, okay, that's
and
it.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Those are good.
Serving of Christ Ministries.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you just said that one. That leads me into a question. Let's do some highlights of some of the stuff y'all have done over the past year, and one of them would be you, Michelle, being on Serving of Christ Ministries. Are you like a movie critic now or what? What are you doing? Real reviews? Tell me about real reviews and your experience on there. Hey, you just went this way, by the way. What kind of things you've been doing when it comes to movie reviews? Tell the people, because I think they should check that stuff out.
So we
Michelle, I'm happy. You just went out on my volume. Michelle.
Yeah.
Your volume was just out the whole time. But go ahead. Now I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay. So I said first, I forgot to say Chris Brian Samuel, he has a blog out. Make sure you subscribe to that. It's Apologist in Detroit is the name of his blog.
Okay.
And so for real reviews, we also we contextualize movies, like how we can see them from different point of views as a Christian, like what themes we can get from these movies, like certain scenes that may remind us of certain scriptures. I like to cosplay, so I go on there just to cosplay.
So what are some of your cosplays you've done when you've done these reviews?
So I've been a vampire, and I think I scared Ty when I was a vampire. And a ninja. I've been a Captain America. I have been a Spider-Man. I've been Vision. I have been just all kinds of stuff. I've been just a lot of things.
Wow. Okay. I remember seeing a few, but I didn't realize it was that serious. I didn't realize you hit that many. Okay.
Yeah, I was a Caesar in one of them. Like I just been all kinds of stuff.
All right. Well, somebody says you've been Pharaoh.
Oh yeah, I was. So I had the side ponytail, and I had the Eye of Ra and everything. Had my gold on. I was ready.
Well, speaking of side ponytails and the Eye of Ra, I heard that Shaka Atmos threatened the Bodega Ladies and perhaps some of the gentlemen with a response.
He threatened the Bodega men with the response, and he made one video, took it down, put it back up. It got annihilated by Adam and BK, and he never made another video again.
So to those of you who don't know, Shaka Atmos is a prominent person in the conscious community, as it's called, has been on Sonetta, and he does things like go around with a microphone and be like, what's the oldest book in the world? I bet you don't know. What are you going to say it is? What's the oldest book in the world? You don't know. He does stuff like that. But Miss Tytus 2 says she also heard him threaten the ladies with a response. What did he say, Miss Tytus 2? Shaka Atmos.
I mean, this was several months ago, so I don't think it had to do with Bodega Ladies. He said female Christian apologists. So I don't know who he particularly was talking
What
about.
other
He was
female Christian apologists does he know?
I don't know if he had seen our things, like our videos and stuff at that point. So to be fair, I don't know who he was talking about. Maybe he was talking about someone. You know what? I'm not going to go there, but
He's talking
I
about
don't know if it was necessarily the Bodega Ladies, but there have been people in our community who are. Never mind. I have to be very, very careful what I say because of things that have transpired. But anyway, yeah, he said that pretty much, I don't care if you're female or not. If I call you out of your name or something, like, you can get it too. All's fair. Like,
Call you out of your name?
that, if I'm remembering correctly, I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not.
He was
defaming.
talking that trash, though, basically.
He wasn't
He was
talking about
trash
that.
talking. I can't remember
Oh,
exactly
really?
what he said. But yeah,
Yeah,
he was
it wasn't
trash
about
talking a little bit. Like, I don't care if you're a female, you can get it too. So yeah.
MJ says, I think he took a shot at DNew. That's what MJ says. DNew says no.
It wasn't DNew. It was another person. We'll talk about it all.
Okay,
camera.
I got you. Well, Shaka almost he got to be more clear with his trash talk then.
Oh,
So,
being a delicate little flower, so it couldn't have been me.
oh, okay, yeah, of course not, right? Of course not. Okay, well that's interesting, but you guys have got a few. You guys have done a few things with the conscious community, because another highlight I think that everybody should be aware of is when DNew was up there on that rooftop with that high power rifle, and she was sniping young Pharaoh. I think she might have sniped his channel right off the internet. In fact, what happened, DNew? Why you sniping? Why you sniping young Pharaoh like that? What happened with that?
Young Pharaoh. So, okay. Young Pharaoh, for those of you who don't know from the conscious community, he's a very prevalent person, as it were, and he has a huge following on social media. Anyhow, BK sent me a clip, probably about, 3 months ago now, and he just wanted to get my thoughts on it. It was about young Pharaoh. And young Pharaoh said some things that were utterly ridiculous.
Like
And
what?
so-
You got one example for me?
Sure, I can tell you about one example. So being that he comes from the conscious community, he holds to a lot of strange things, such as, I didn't talk about this in the video, but he believes that the Black woman is God, and that at one point in history, only Black women existed, okay?
Oh, okay.
That's
Hey,
it. That's
if you argue with him, be like, hey, bro, you gonna argue with God? I mean, come on now.
It is something that I keep in my back pocket. So,
Yeah, okay.
but to complicate that, he also says that we are extraterrestrial. And so it's hard to say when we moved from the extraterrestrial to here. I don't know the timeline. But anyhow, being that Black women were the only creatures at one time, he said that Black women reproduced without a man, without a male counterpart. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And so he refers to, and a lot of people, just looking through videos and doing some research, a lot of people in the conscious community hold to this idea of parthenogenesis, that the Black woman made semen in her bone marrow tissue, and that the semen was able to travel to the sweet spot, okay, and she was able to impregnate herself. This is it. This is it.
It seems like it seems backwards now. It's like a regression to now need a man. Like,
I mean,
we could do this by ourselves. Now we're gonna have this man involved. Like,
this is why timelines are important. So, that is just one of the things that I addressed in the video. He just said some things, so I said some things.
somebody is claiming that you also John Wick polite. Did you John Wick polite too?
I also said some things to polite via video.
My goodness. Well, you need to. Oh man, why did I just do that? You need to have some mercy, DNew. You need to have some mercy.
I was gracious in I was gracious in the sniping. Let me just say that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know what it is? It's just really, and I see this a lot as I look into it more, that the conscious community just has this issue with accuracy, specifically biology-related matters. And so I think that what part of my H&H ministry is just to address these inaccuracies whenever I hear them.
All right. Okay, there's Dana. So I'm having a issue with Dana on the camera. Sorry, I'm trying to get you back, Dana. I see you. It just somehow you dropped out for as far as for camera. But I'll get you back. Okay, there you are. There you are. Okay, so Shonny, you were you were commenting on the DNew sniping and all that type of situation. You got something you want to add about all that, Shonny?
No. I mean, she's a sniper. I think so. I do want to say that at the center of everything is BK. Like BK is at the center of most things. Sending videos. Hey guys, what do you think about this? Let's do a takedown. And then all of a sudden, DNew is committing, sniper actions all over the conscious community. Yeah, so it's BK. If you want to blame someone, blame BK Apologist.
So he's the
Subscribe to
culprit.
his channel.
Well, since you mentioned that, Shonny, so like BK, I think was helpful in promotion, formation. I don't know what words I should use here of Bodega. Can you talk about that? And then I want to get Dana's take on that too. I mean, he's been helpful, right?
Yeah. So I wasn't there at the initial start of this. I kind of got dragged in at the end by Ty when she tricked me.
Okay.
She tricked me into coming.
Tytus, she's just saying that she's just bringing up that you tricked her again, just so you know, Tytus.
DNew and Michelle were there at the beginning, so they might have they can tell the interactions that they had with BK Apologist up front.
Yeah.
And then I just came in like, hey y'all, what's up? And Dana was over there acting kind of funny. She was just like, I don't really know these ladies like this.
Dana was not acting funny. She was not acting funny. I got to take her for it. She was Dana's a ninja. She was not. She's a ninja in real life. And so ninjas observe. They don't come in and just be like, hey, y'all. They watch you and make sure you're on the up and up before they get involved. She wasn't being funny.
So Dana's a ninja and DNew's a sniper. MJ Jackson, MJ Jackson, he just says violence. That's all he put in
Dana's there. Dana's the ninja, DNew's the sniper. That's usually how it goes down.
Okay.
BK wanted ladies to come on the bodega and talk about some topics. And then, DNew and Michelle, they were a part of the original ladies that were going to talk. Some things happened. Some stuff had to be rearranged. Ty brought me in, and then Michelle brought Dana in, and we just clicked. And so the first night we were like messaging, but when I came in, we were like messaging back and forth, and we all were like, when BK wakes up in the morning, he's gonna look at this chat like, what is going on here? Like, what are these ladies talking about?
What happened? What did I do?
Right. But it was really good. It was like we just clicked. We put together the topics for the show. We talked about it, and then here we are, one year later.
We have someone right here who their handle is called Bodega Ladies #1 fan, and he says delicate violence, LOL. So I don't know what you guys.
We are not violent. We are not violent. We're delicate. We are not violent. I mean, DNew's a sniper, but even in her snipery, she's still delicate.
Okay, well, Amir says BK starts violence, everyone else just goes with it.
That's actually very true. Because it was supposed to be one night, and BK did. So it was 5 ladies always. 2 of them, they had things going on, so they couldn't be part of the show. So me, Ty, and DNew were all part of the original. And the other 2 couldn't do it. Look, Dana was coming on anyway. And I don't care if it was going to wind up being 6 of us, because Dana was coming. I didn't care what else was going on. Even the other two didn't have things going on. She was coming. I made that clear to her. Be ready, because I'm going to bring you on. This was going to happen. It wasn't going to be no two ways about it. She was going to be the sixth person. If it was going to be six of us, she was coming. But we had already decided, like, hey, you know, this would be a good idea. We just go in here and talk about some stuff. And when the other two was like, oh, we can't make it, DNew was like, well, we still need people. And because like, yeah, you know, if you guys can find the people. And then Ty was like, Shonny be perfect. And she is. And I was like, well, I was bringing Dana anyway. So let's just go in and bring her now. And I think those two really round out our group. It was really God ordained, because I don't think we would be where we are now without those two. Like, our group wouldn't have made it past step one with the other two people. But with them, they bring exactly what we need to make the Bodega Ladies mesh perfectly.
Nice. So. Well, Dana, you've been called an OG in the live chat and a ninja. How did this happen, Dana? Like, what did you do, Dana?
I really am. So before I even got involved in the group, I was in martial arts. So I had, back in my day, in my former life, I only had 1 in 10. So you either get really calm or it's over. And they'll tell you in the chat, if Hurricane Dana show up, it's a wrap. Like, it's a done deal. Like, it is what it is. So I only had 1 in 10. But for posterity's sake, I needed the middle. So I started doing martial arts. So when they say, like, and I tell people I really am a ninja. I can be over the top, but most of the time I really am a little more quiet, reserved. I need to watch and look, and I still do that now. They'll tell you, it could be 50 people in the room, and I'm watching all 49 of y'all to see what's going on and what's happening. So between my martial arts and I'm cut from a different era, I watch it. So I'm a ninja. Ninja blend in. So yeah.
All right. Well, one thing you watched, Dana, along with your compatriots, was Candace Benbow, and then you decided to do something about it. Can you explain a little bit about that story? I'm going to go around the room on this. Don't worry, but we're talking. I'm just getting with Dana first.
I just got one name, Ty. This was Ty Shenanigans.
Ty Shenanigans.
Ty's. Let me tell you how this works.
Ty. Okay.
Yes, this how it works. Ty was like, hey guys, look, listen to this. We should do a reaction. If you already know, everybody in here is going to be like, you know what? We down like 4 flats. Let's do it. So you want to hear about it? It's Ty's fault. Ty. And that is the truth. It's Ty's fault. So we do the video, and then all of a sudden, Candace and her little cronies start calling us Christian Karens.
Christian Karens. There's not a Karen in your group. So Miss Tytus too.
Karens. They call us religious Karens.
Oh, religious Karens. Oh, even worse. Okay.
So it's all Ty. And any other story probably is either BK or Ty. Let me tell you, I'm not even. Let's keep it a stack. It's BK or Ty's fault.
Yeah. Shotty says he started calling you black religious Karens. Go ahead, DNew. Go ahead.
I was going to say they also wanted to lay some hands on these Karens as well.
Is that what they said?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Miss Tytus too. Sounds like. I know you can't hear everyone talking trash about you, but everyone's blaming you on the Candace Benbow situation. So you need to tell us what happened.
She knows it's her.
She knows what she did.
Is it my go now? I want to make sure I'm not speaking over
It's your go. No one's speaking. They're just waiting you to make excuses.
Okay, so it starts with our friend Jackie Hill Perry. I say that, and I've never met Jackie Hill
So
Perry.
it wasn't my fault. It was the woman's you gave me.
It started with this Jackie Hill Perry interview she did with Kev on Stage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think he released that interview during Pride Month, so he got a lot of heat for it, and he took it down. So we were in another group on Facebook full of Christians, and they were upset because he left this Candace Benbow interview up. And at the time, I hadn't watched it, so I'm like, what's the deal? Why is everybody mad that he took down the Jackie Hill Perry video, but not the Candace Benbow video? So I watched it, and she's just spewing all this progressive Christian stuff. We're not Christian. We're not Paulians. We're Christians. I said, oh, this is ridiculous. And since I have very, very smart friends in the bodega, 4 other beautiful, strong Black women who know apologetics.
That's
some of
right,
whom
right,
go
right.
on seminary. I said, why not respond to it, because this is ridiculous. So we got a little video together, did a reaction, and it was crickets for like 2 months. Nobody saw it except like the bodega people. So it was like, whatever. And then one day, you know what? It is my fault. It is my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
There we
It is
go.
my fault.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, and it's partially Michelle's fault because Michelle was following or saw on Candace's page that Candace posted the video. And so I shared it on Facebook, and then it was a fiasco. Yeah, it blew up. We got lots of hate mail, but I still said what I said. DNew said what she said. Everybody, all the bodega ladies said what we said, and I think it needed to be said. So I don't feel no ways tired about it.
Yeah, she was on
I mean,
there.
it's not Michelle's fault. It's not Michelle's fault at all. I sent privately that somebody sent me her page and was like, Michelle, she shared you guys' video. I'm like, I don't care, because I don't care about that kind of stuff. And I said, hey, I want y'all to know she shared the video. Here go Ty, been a troublemaker. Like, oh, let me put it on my page. So when she shared on her page, here come Candace Bimbo talking about something. And you know what, ladies, I'm not going to say nothing. If you need to use me, blah, 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 talking all this recklessness. And I was like, yo, fam, you know what it is? Then she gonna talk more stuff. And I was like, I said to her, yo, fam, what it is. And she don't really want the work. She want to talk about the work. She don't really want it. And she almost caught the work for real. But, you know, we're Christians. So, you know, I kept it together. But it's still Ty's fault. She shared on her page. Just because I give you a heads up that someone is showing our stuff doesn't mean you have to tell everybody. Ty went and told everybody. And because Ty went and told everybody, and then Candace comes on Ty's page, now everybody is on Ty's page because Ty the one who's like, hey, you guys, look what's going on. You don't have to do that every time somebody make a comment. Look, if you can't refute what we said, I don't care nothing about what you're saying. And I kept asking them all, oh, you Black religious Karens, can you refute what we said in this video? No, you can't. So I don't care about your comments. Your comments mean nothing to me if you can't come in with no scripture and show where we was wrong. And everybody was emotional. And here go Ty again. Oh, look, you guys, they're going to talk about us. Well, you showed the video. So Ty, it's all Ty's fault.
That's because she's trying to keep you all informed. She's trying to keep you ear to the streets, trying to let you know what's going on, you know. And I'm glad she did. Hey, shout out to 816 Apologist Salt. Shout out to you. Shout out. So check this out. So Michelle, like, what was sort of the essence of this like situation anyway? So, you know, I heard a lot of what she said, and she seemed to belittle the scripture authors, you know, and she seemed to bring in some kind of like, I don't know, hyper kind of feminist perspectives and stuff like that. Like, what do you think the essence of sort of what's the origin of the rub, you know, the disagreement there?
So she goes with Black womanist theology. It's pretty much what she follows. And she's a progressive Christian as well. So, you know, we get accused of being CRT all the time. She actually is CRT. She's an adherent of CRT. So apparently we're not in CRT. We went against the people who are in CRT. I digress from that too. But so she would, like, listening to her video, she would say, I only follow the words of Jesus. Well, Jesus called God our Father, but she goes and say, well, you know, God don't like God the Father, and God owes me child support and all this other stuff. But Jesus clearly
she said God owes me child support.
Yes, that's one of her taglines. And she has vodka in her lemonade, all kinds of stuff she was saying that's getting rowdy. And so, like, I watched her other videos. I was like, maybe this is just a one-off. Let me watch other videos. And she actually is worse in other videos. So she has a very feminist, progressive version of Christianity. She doesn't feel fornication and stuff like that is a sin. She feels like as long as the person loves you, it's okay. And I'm like, that's not in the Bible. And she's like, Rahab's her patron saint. And I was like, before or after, she was in the lineage of Jesus, because I need to know which Rahab we talking about. So a lot of the stuff that she said was is very damaging to people who are not sure of their faith, who don't understand what the Bible is saying. and they are already kind of on the fence. And if you already want to just be reckless and do what you want as a Christian, what she says sounds good. I mean, it does. If you want to have itching ears, she provides you with what will scratch those ears. And so a lot of the stuff she said was just wrong. It was terrible, and it was not scriptural. And so we went through and used the Bible to show what the Bible actually teaches that was against what she was saying. And so that's why I kept asking, where were we wrong? And can you refute what we said? And nobody could. They just was all emotional. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll be a Black religious Karen. I need you to use your Bible to show your words. And they could not. So.
Yeah, well, it sounds like more like name calling and really, dealing with stuff there. That was an interesting exchange, though. I was glad you guys were willing to do it, and I thought it was good. Miss Tytus too. I know you couldn't hear everything everybody said. I know you're kind of on a delay there, but you want to give a final word about that Candace Benbow controversy? I mean, I still think people should go watch you guys' video on it personally. How they find that video on your channel, right?
It's still on my channel, still stacking up views. You know what? A lot of people were trying to get us to take it down, and I said it's not coming down. With all the backlash, I still was like, no, it needs to be up there, because every time somebody watches that Kev on Stage interview, hopefully the algorithm is going to have ours up under there so people can know that although she sounds good and she's on a big platform, that doesn't mean that she's right. So, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to get us in all that trouble, but I think it was for the benefit of the kingdom of God and for the spreading of the gospel. So I still think it was a good decision. That is all.
That's all right. Trouble's good. All right. So I was glad to see that. I'm glad you guys were doing that. Now, DNew.
Yes.
We have not asked anyone this. Let's see if you're the one to ask or not. Why are you guys even called the Bodega Ladies?
Oh, that's a really good question. Again, this goes back to BK Apologist. So, we've spoken about this a little bit, but BK started on his channel every Friday night, Bodega Bible Talk. For those people who don't know what a bodega is, I didn't know either. But it is basically a corner store is it New York or just Brooklyn?
It's really a New York thing. Like, they got them in the Bronx, they got them everywhere. It's really a New York thing because it becomes like a corner store plus the place you buy your bomb sandwich. It's like a whole kind of special thing, and it really is a New York thing.
Like those guys said before, he wanted to get just the female perspective on, on the things that he was discussing on his channel. And so I think one of us coined in the live chat when he said that, Bodega Ladies, and that's what it stuck. It stuck, and we are the Bodega Ladies.
I like it. I like it. Bodega's a place you go get some bomb food. DNew, what's your favorite food? I'm just gonna ask one silly question. We're doing all these intense questions. That's my silly question, or my less, intense question. Your favorite food. If hypothetically you go to a bodega and get whatever you wanted, what would you get?
Mashed potatoes.
Are you serious? Not even jerk chicken? Mashed potatoes.
I love mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And then I like other foods, but I do love mashed potatoes.
Okay. Well, I can just see it walking down the street. So, what, butter, salt, or gravy? Or cheese? What's going on?
No cheese.
Some people put cheese on the mashed potatoes. I'm just saying. What do you want on them?
I've never heard that in my life. We can do salt, pepper. We can do gravy. We can do garlic powder.
Oh, okay. What about you, Michelle? The food of choice? Whatever you want in that bodega, what do you hit?
From the actual bodega, chopped cheese. That's what I would get.
Say it again.
Chopped cheese.
Chalk cheese? I don't actually know. I don't know what it is. What is that?
So it's like some meat, some cheese, and a sandwich. It's like, I want to say it's kind of like a Philly cheesesteak, but it's not. It's called chopped cheese. You have to have it to know. Okay. It's delicious. It's actually delicious. You ever go to the bodega, be like, I need a chopped cheese. and they're gonna be like, "We got you," and you're gonna eat that thing, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, my life has changed."
I think the one or two times I went, I think I got a pita and a falafel, but I need to try that too. Miss Tytus, too, favorite food. If you could walk into a bodega and get whatever you wanted, hypothetically they have it. Okay, it can be Southern, for example, if it has to be. What you gonna get, Miss Tytus, too? Don't lie. Don't lie either. Don't lie because you might be embarrassed to say it. What are you gonna get?
I love me some soul food, okay? Give me all the fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, and
So this is a whole plate. This is an entree. She's not. If you
sweet honey roll on the side.
if you have to pick one out of those, you're walking away with one item.
Okay. Then it's fried chicken all day, fam.
Now let me ask you this, Miss Titus, too. In the future, according to One West Hebrew Israelites, white folks are going to be the servants and slaves, right? So
Okay.
this means, I don't know if you've considered this, Pam and Jimmy are going to be back there in the kitchen cooking for the Hebrew Israelites. That means the Hebrew Israelites are going to have to teach white people how to make soul food. Is it possible?
I think it's possible.
So you're okay with this? You're okay with this setup?
Where I'm from, black restaurants that sell that kind of food is called a soul food restaurant. White restaurants that sell that kind of food is called country cooking. So yes, they can do country cooking.
Okay.
I'll take their country
So you
cooking.
think your theory is there's enough overlap between country cooking and soul food that some of the white folks can be servants in the kingdom cooking soul food?
Absolutely.
Okay, you heard it here first. Because I've always thought about the Hebrewites are like, because I heard this yesterday. The brother was like, yeah, when I was in the camp, we'd get a steak and they'd be like, I'm going to tell Esau in the kingdom, this is how I want my steak done. So it got me thinking, that means they're having white people cook for them. I'm like, I thought y'all didn't trust white people to cook their food, but they're going to be having making everything, right? That includes, I'm like, okay, guys, that's on you. Right? Michelle, what, you got something to say? See, you got the faces. No? Okay. Shonny Mills, you going to the bodega. What's your one food?
So these ladies will let you know that Shonny Mills is going to get some cereal, some almond milk, a bowl, and a spoon. And I'm doing what I do. I'm doing what I do.
What's your cereal, though? What's the cereal?
I don't even have a favorite cereal. Like, I like cereal in general. I'll eat Raisin Bran as well as Cheerios. Like, I'll eat cornflakes. Like plain cornflakes. So it's not even a big. I don't have a preference. But
so, Shadi,
just cereal.
Let's say you have a gentleman suitor. He calls you and he says, "I got this restaurant. They have all the kinds of cereals you can eat."
We in there. I'm like, hey, boo, hey.
Okay.
There was a picture going around of a cereal bar. I think it's in Chicago, and everybody was like, what if the dude takes you here on a first date? And I'm like, what you talking? Where is that? Like, first date me, please. First date me.
All right. So I got
First
it.
date me, please.
DNew the sniper, Michelle the delicate flower, Dana the ninja, Tytus Ty Pac, and Shadi the serial killer.
I do that. Cereal as in
Of course.
cereal.
You don't have to explain it. What's wrong with you? Come on. Well, let me explain what I'm saying now. Okay.
Look here, I'm not an apologist, so I have to make that clear. Because somebody hear that and be like, "Oh yeah, the serial killer apologist." No. I need to be clear.
Your nickname's already Shadi, so I'm just saying. But I got you. All right, Dana, you go into bodega, you can get whatever you want. Hypothetically, what are you getting?
Well, in the actual bodega, I'm with Michelle. I'm getting the chopped cheese. But if I can just get whatever I want, my favorite food is pizza. So I'm getting pizza, not New York flat. I don't like that. Folded over, no. Pizza, real pizza. That's what I'm getting.
So wait,
Or if I can get coffee, I would take a coffee as well.
All right. I'm with it. I like these answers. I'm glad I asked, actually. That's a little bit of fun. Okay, DNew, we know you got to go soon. So I want to make sure you got any kind of final words you need to say. There's only a few things we haven't got to. We haven't talked about the Tiffany Gill interview. We haven't talked about. Actually, that might be the only thing we've talked to. Can I ask you about the Tiffany Gill interview, DNew? Because that's the one thing on our list that, besides if we're going to bring up Tahar, we haven't talked to. So, DNew, can you talk about that Tiffany Gill interview? Because I'll make sure I get your voice in here before you got to go.
Okay. We don't have to talk about Tahar. Tahar talks enough about Black women. It's fine. It's fine. So the Tiffany Gill interview, we did that, I think 2 weeks ago now, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was really a great interview. I think it was a great experience for all of us. Some of these ladies interviewed other contributors to the Urban Apologetics book as well. But, it was just cool to interview a fellow woman, who's doing amazing things in the in several realms, one of them being apologetics. And so it was cool just talking to her. It's good getting to know her as a person. Sometimes when you see people from afar, you have an image of them, but when you have the opportunity to get to know them a little bit behind closed doors, it was cool just to see that she's normal, she's funny, and she's very intelligent, very inspirational. I think that the one thing I pulled from doing the interview with her was that I was just inspired to keep doing whatever it is that I'm doing. I don't know what it is, but just to keep doing what I'm doing, and to keep learning, to keep progressing, and just to keep on loving Jesus. Everything that we do is about Jesus, loving him better. The more that you know him, the better we're able to love him. So that's what I would say about the Tiffany Gill interview.
That's good. That's good. I appreciate that, DNew. You yourself, you're a mod on a few channels. Any people? I don't know. Any kind of final words you want to give? Shout out to other ministries. You want to tell people what to do. You want to tell them what's next? Because, like I said, I think you do got to go. But let's let you get a final word here, DNew.
Okay. So yes, now that you mentioned mods, let me shout out to the Matrix. Shout out to Roxby, Nate, Carm. I don't know if they're all in the chat still, and Warrior Woman, who's on break right now. But actually, Vocab, all of this really started with you. People say this to you all the time because it's true. But we all just okay. I'll just talk about myself. I'm where I am because I found you on the internet. We were talking before about how we got into this, and how I found you was because of Hebrew Israelism. I know someone who got caught up in it and is still caught up in it, and I just need to get more information, and I found you, and so here we are today. But what else can I say? I don't know. Just thank you.
You, DNew, you've taught some classes at local churches on Hebrew Israelism, haven't you? So you've done some apologetics teaching now.
I have. Yes, I have. Yeah.
How do you think it went?
I think it went really good. There's always more to learn. You learn new things about camps and their doctrines all the time. And so I go back to the videos sometimes and I watch it and I'm like, oh, I know so much more now than I did back then. But, it was good. I got a lot of good feedback from my church, and a lot of them had never heard about it before, and so it would be cool to revisit it and just to tell people that this exists. It's so easy to push off these ideas that we hear that Hebrew Israelites believe because we think that they're outlandish and that no one would believe them, but obviously that's not true, and so we need to give it attention and to address it with truth.
All right. Well, I think you've done some awesome stuff, and I think a lot of people in the live chat attest to that, and as well as your co-workers here. And it looks like you're going to be doing a presentation even in Phoenix at Doctrine for the Block, February 2022, on the problems with the conscious community. Is that what we've kind of?
Yeah, that is correct. Correct. Each and each.
All right. Awesome. I'm with it. All right. Well, thank you for joining. And I don't know if our surprise guest is going to be able to surprise us after all, DNew, so you may not be missing anything because I'm talking to the person right now, so you may not even miss it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But all right. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you around.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
All righty. Now,
Bye, B.
let me see. So there's that. Now I got a blank screen instead. How do I fix that? That's strange. I don't know. All right. I'm going to take.
Have Ty come in now until we finish.
Yes. Excellent idea, Michelle. Miss Tytus, too. I'm going to drop you, and you are going to come back, and you are actually going to be able to hear your friends' voices on the phone, okay? All right. Use that link and come back in. Okay. Excellent idea. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, we only have a few minutes left. I'm looking at the live chat. Did you guys see anything in the live chat you wanted to address or something that was kind of left out at any point? Any loose ends we need to, clean up here, because is there? No. All right.
I just want to say that we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary on June 19th. And I appreciate the Bodega Ladies a lot. They have pushed me to be better, to do better as a Christian, to study more, study harder. They pushed me out of some comfort zones. I don't turn up as much because they will not let me turn up the way I want to turn up unless I'm with MJ Jackson. Then I could turn up how I like to because he likes to turn up too. So I really do appreciate all of them. I love them very much. They are some of my favorite people in this world, and I wouldn't have asked for a better sister than them.
Hey, that's good. That's beautiful. That's good. Miss Tytus, too, did you actually just hear what Michelle said?
I did. She was giving she was speaking truth because the community is just awesome. The Bodega Ladies. I just can't say how grateful I am to have met everybody and to have gotten to really get to know them each on an individual basis and even study and learn together. Like right now we're going through a book study and we've done book studies before. I haven't been able to be a part of all of them, but it's not just about getting on YouTube and just, being a girl on the screen who knows a few scriptures. Like it takes a lot of hard work, and they have pushed me and caused me to step my game up because they're some heavy hitters. So I'm just privileged to know all of them.
Excellent. That's a beautiful word. I'm going to ask the other ladies the same thing, but let me give you a positive word. SOC says, I can attest that the Bodega Ladies are a good example of citizens in Christ, holding each other accountable. Great examples of love. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. What about you, Dana? Have you enjoyed your time with the Bodega Ladies? What's good? What's bad?
Well, it really is like having 4 sisters. So if you ever had siblings, it really be like that in real life. Like it's not just, like I said, it's not just for the camera. We really do the good, bad, ugly, and different. And it's not, if you out of line, somebody in this group gonna get you together in love. But just know they gonna get you together. I kid you not. They gonna get you together. They gonna be like, hey fam, let me talk to you for a minute. Like you out of line, like you out of pocket. Like let's get in this book, Lord. Let's pray. Like what do you need? Like how do I come beside you? Like it's not a show. Like people like the stuff we do in front of the camera, but it's a lot of stuff that go on beyond the camera. Like really, like they really are some of the closest people to, even though we live in very different locations, they really are, like Michelle said, some of the closest people to you that really love the Lord, and they will help you. They will push you towards that, propel you towards that. That is holistically true. And if you have the pleasure of being a friend with one of them, you have gained a really good friend.
Praise God. That's a good word. Shonny, you hear what everybody's saying, the positive words about the Bodega Ladies. What about you? What's your share from your experience? And Shonny, while you're talking, I'm going to try one more time to get your picture the right size on the screen, because last time we did it was all big. I'm trying one other thing.
Oh Lord.
Because I don't. The weird thing is, Shonny, this other picture, it's letting me resize it perfectly fine. I don't know why it's not letting me resize yours. I'm going to try one more time. But go ahead, Shonny. Positive words about being part of the Bodega Ladies.
Shonny is larger than life because she needs full screen. I don't even know what. Like she's very humble. Go on, put that big picture up so the world can see. Go on, put it up there, Vocab.
I'm just gonna try. See,
Oh my God.
see, it's taking up the whole screen.
This is what we doing.
It's a beautiful picture, though. I mean, look at sis. Give it to him, sis.
So boom, get into it. Y'all all get into it. Behold the beauty that is Shonny Mills.
I don't know why it's not. It's supposed to. It's supposed to let me grab a hold of the arrow on the side, and it's supposed to let me resize it. And I don't know why it's not letting me do it. But go ahead, Shonny. Tell me about being part of the Bodega Ladies.
You can take the picture down.
I'm trying.
Leave the picture up. Leave the picture up. That's what she is.
We're having
you can
technical
just
difficulties,
minimize
Shonny.
it.
I'm
But
trying.
anyway,
I'm trying.
Like,
You
you
get-
don't have to put the picture up. They get it.
Just leave it up there.
Everybody is going
That's
to
just
see that is me. Okay?
Her
That
shirt
is
says
really-
HBCU grad and everything. Got that shirt?
That's correct.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Go ahead, Shonny. I'm doing my best, but go ahead. What you got to say?
Wow. Wow.
I guess I can't do it. Okay, it's off the screen. There, you happy? Go ahead.
Thank you. There you go. Okay.
Hey, it is a good. Hey, it is a good picture, by the way. Who took that? That's a good picture.
Actually, a lady in my neighborhood, she does photography.
She did a good job. Tell her she did a good job. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Vocab, even though you just put my picture all over the screen. It's okay. It's fine. So these ladies, I don't even know I don't even think there's sufficient words to describe the love I have for each one of them. I have siblings, a lot of siblings actually. And these women are an extension of the biological siblings that I have. I think we talked about this on BK's on the last bodega, or maybe a bodega ago, about just the value of community and how these women have literally stepped into my life and are walking this thing out with me, holding me accountable. They laugh with me. They'll sit up because I'm kind of like a night owl. They'll sit up at night with me, challenge me, encourage me, give me sometimes you need to come to Jesus meeting. Hey sis, come here, let's have a conversation about some things. And so I just really appreciate this community. I think everyone brings something to the table that is irreplaceable. And I wouldn't want to do this with any other set of women. If I'm going to do this, then this is the crew that I would do it with. So I love
Amen. Amen. That's good, man. I'm getting that, high school graduation, last hangout vibe or something like right now, writing in your underneath in your pictures, don't change. I'm getting that vibe right now,
Yeah.
But that's
our catchphrase is, if you rocking, I'm rolling. That's pretty much what it is. Coined by Dana. If you rocking, I'm rolling, and that's what we do.
That's good. I like it. Okay, so
that's how we've gotten in so much trouble together, because if one of us is rocking, we all rolling, and next thing you know, we all actually
gotta roll.
Hey, that's how it goes. It's all right. Okay, so I mean, I hear we're at a year. I hear you guys have done a lot. You've been on BK, you've been on other platforms individually and collectively, including today. There's a Bodega Ladies YouTube channel. A couple of the sisters are kind of doing also some social media stuff as well. Miss Tytus too, this and that, whatever. But see, is there a next that I could tell people about for Bodega Ladies? Does anyone know if there's a next, or are we pause? What I don't. What's up, Michelle?
July 2nd, we're going on BK. We're going to do another Bodega Ladies, all Bodega Ladies show with him. We are taking the summer off from July into the end of August because we have some other stuff that we want to work on. Like Ty said, we're doing biblical theology together. We have some other stuff that we want to do separately and corporately, but we want to make sure when we come back, what we're giving is going to be tight and ready. So we don't want to just give anything. And what we're coming back to give, they're not ready for. So we want to make sure that we're prepared properly for the smoke that people about to get, and that's going to come for us.
All right, I got you.
So we need to make sure we're prepared. So we're going to take a smoke. Ty probably isn't taking one because she does a lot of other separate YouTube stuff, but the rest of us are taking a break.
All right, I'll ask you about your YouTube channel there in a second, Tytus. But Shonny, but now you kind of, between your picture being all big on the screen and you telling people the way to your heart, you shouldn't be surprised if maybe you get a couple. Hey, I saw you on Bodega Ladies. There's this cereal bar over here, and I got a couple dollars. And
all I'm gonna say, if you go look at some of our video chats, you might see some of those comments.
Yeah. So listen, go ahead, Shonny. What?
We'll talk about it later, folks.
Oh, okay. Is that right? Well, I'm not gonna tell anyone to put 2 and 2 together, but let me just say something real quick. There's a group on Facebook, like something like Christian Singles or something like that. And my understanding is that you all are currently, or at some time in the past, have been in this group.
Me and DNew is not in that group.
Oh, okay. Hey, I don't know for sure. But if you wanted to, because I'm just letting everyone know, I'm just saying, there's not a lot of Christian lady apologists to pick from, but there might be some to pick from. I'm just saying, I'm trying. If somebody wants help, I'm trying to give them help. If they don't want help, then you don't have to take the help, and you can always put the hand emoji in someone's face, so it's all right. That's right. Hey, Michelle.
Group.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ty.
Hey.
You see, all roads lead back to Ty.
Mm-hmm. But hey, be respectful. Be respectful, everybody. I'm just, they already know that though. Wait, did Michelle just disappear? Michelle, where'd you go? Oh, I said that, Michelle. I said that, and now Michelle leaves. Come on, Michelle. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Michelle. Please, I'm sorry. I won't do it again, Michelle. It wasn't like that. I'm sorry. Please. Come on. I'll buy you some chopped cheese. Whatever, Michelle. All right. That's all right. Hey, Michelle, I'm coming to Columbus this summer. I'm gonna hit you up and give you those dates. And maybe me, you, B, Moses, and Chris can get together or something like that. We'll see. Oh, now she's coming back. It was the chopped cheese. Anyway. Whatever. All right. You're back. What's going on? Let me wait now. Oh, Shonny and Michelle got cut off. What's happened on this thing? Okay. I think we got you back. Okay, everyone's back?
I'm back.
Michelle, I'm trying to get you out of the green room, and I think you got to put yourself out of the green room. I don't know why it's doing this. Hold on. Why is it doing this? Okay, Michelle. Okay, I got you back on. Just give me a second. Okay, we're back on for our final hoorah, because we are, okay, there you go. Okay, we're good. You guys have been good sports. I want you to know, because I joke around sometimes, but in all actuality, to every one of you, including DNew who left, I've been delighted to see a lot of the stuff you guys have done, because I think you brought a touch that wasn't very present in the community and in our circles. So I respect that, and I'm glad that you have done that, and by God's grace, in whatever capacity, we'll continue to do that in the future. So, that's not a joke or anything. That's a real compliment. I really mean that. And I think a lot of people, because I've seen and heard what they say, they feel the same way. So be encouraged. Know that what you guys have done is good, and I do look forward to what's next. And it's been cool to see you guys' kind of phases and growth and learning curves, we've kind of seen and whatnot. It's been neat to witness. And I just hope you guys know how much appreciated you all are as the Bodega Ladies and individuals. And, I hope you guys make it through thick and thin. And I hope, 5 years from now, we could do the 5-year highlights of Bodega Ladies.
Well, hopefully we will have discipled some new young ladies to be Bodega Ladies, and not just, we don't do this. And that's another thing too. Like, we're not doing this just for people to know who we are. Because honestly, outside of like Ty, we really don't want to be on the screen for real. That's not what we really like to do.
Are you sure? Because Shonny said she wants to be on the screen.
No, she did not say that. And I know that's the whole thing. She's like,
are you sure? Oops. See what I'm saying?
Vocab, don't make me
I do
come
not
fight you.
think
It's gonna be
that.
clean.
Okay.
Vocab, I'm
Okay.
gonna
Oh my God.
my
Vocab.
my twin Vocab. I'm gonna come get you. But we want to
Oh my
encourage
God.
other young women, not just Black women either, other young women to see that it's okay to love God. It's okay to push yourself to know the Bible exegetically. It's okay to study hermeneutics. It's okay to learn Greek and Hebrew. It's okay to know these things. It's okay to show that you know these things, and it's okay to use them to advance the kingdom. It's okay for that. You too can be out here having knowledge. You don't have to just teach women and children. You can teach other people. You don't have to just be in the background. You can be in the foreground if that's what you like. But on top of that, you don't have to just learn vision boards and how to paint and do recipes, even though I did paint this myself. I
All
digress.
right. All right.
But you don't have to do all those things. You can actually do you can actually learn and develop and grow in the Bible to be a very strong Christian. So we want to encourage young women to do that. And so that's one of the missions that we have as a group. We don't want to be the only group. We want to see other young women step up and be like, hey, I'm going to do, even though we're not apologists, but I, we want other young women to say, hey, I want to be an apologist, and it's okay for me to step out and do that. Or I want to teach people how to properly handle the Bible. I want to do textual criticism. I want to do whatever field it is, and me not to feel like I have to be one of the boys to do it. I can be a woman and still be feminine and still know the Bible. And if I have to, take down some Hebrews and Hoteps in the process.
That's right.
It's okay. So we want to
100%.
encourage women to do that.
Amen. I agree with that. Although I would like to see a Bodega Lady vision board. I would like to see that actually. No, but I like that painting. What is that? That's like fall. It's like Columbus in fall.
Yep. In the fall, you see some water and some trees, and you know it looks beautiful.
Is that Schiller Park? I don't know any other parks' names. What's the one? Blacklick. Blacklick, yeah, Blacklick. See, I'm it's Blacklick. There you go. Yeah, I know.
And we also have Bodega Lady bottles that we will hustle to you if you want to buy some.
What? What's in there? What does that say? This is Bodega Ladies. Oh, okay.
Yep, it says Bodega Ladies, and it has our names on it. We all have our own personalized Bodega Ladies bottles. If you want some, for $60, and the water in it is anointed and appointed. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what it's anointed and appointed to do, but whatever it's anointed and appointed to do, make it happen. That's all I'm saying. Bodega Ladies water bottle.
Taste the anointing. Taste.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. I like that. All right. Okay, so Miss Tytus too. Give a shout out for your channel and what kind of stuff you got coming on there, because people told me to say that. So what's going on?
Oh, sure. Well, thank you, people. I'm still working on my Greek life project, so be on the lookout for future videos on that. I'm also working on, me and Veda just recently started doing live streams together every other Saturday night. Actually, we might have to do Thursday of this week for schedule changes, but yeah, so we just get on, we talk about just trending topics and things like that. And yes, I am still in the bodega on Friday nights when my schedule permits. But yeah, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've talked about Hebrew Israelism. I reviewed the Jabari Bantu debate.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you. I'm still getting feedback on that a year later. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I just talk about things from my perspective. I'm not a scholar like some of the other bodega ladies, but I like to be a part of the conversation. So that's really what my channel is about, being a part of the conversation.
That's good. Dana, got plans you want to share? Any final things? I want to make sure we hear from you one more time.
I don't. They have, some of the ladies in this here square have really been encouraging me to step out and do some things. So while we are on break, prayerfully, I will begin to engage in some of the things that they have been so lovingly encouraging me to do.
All right.
But I did just do, if you go to the Bodega Ladies channel, I just did a talk. If you're interested in the area of the church, sex and sexuality, Pride Month, there is an intimate conversation between me and another young lady. Shout out to Daryl. If you want to check out that conversation, you can find it on the Bodega Ladies channel.
All right. All right, that's good. Thank you, Dana. Shotty, thanks for being a good sport. I'm sorry.
You're not. But it's okay.
It's a technical error. It was a wardrobe malfunction, you know.
That you purposely did twice.
The Lord works
Now
in mysterious
forever-
ways. What can I say? Now, what's up,
Forever
Shotty?
somebody is going to clip this video with my picture, and you know, who knows where I'll make it in these YouTube streets. I do want to say, I think Jen and Ju's 7-day theory. Yeah, I'm not a mod, so y'all could. I mean, I'm not gonna tell y'all what to do on your channel, Vocab, but he's been a little bit, you know.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you've been more in the live chat, haven't you? To be honest, I have kind of not really been too much in it. Let me see this guy. Seems they only attack other black channels. Why is that the main purpose of these black women?
No, he said something when you were talking about, hey guys, you know, they're in this single group. He had something to say about, oh yeah, Vocab, look at you.
Oh, yeah.
Something,
wow.
yeah.
Way to go, Vocab.
Not very charitable.
Put these ladies on the market
like
for fun, girl. Wait, I don't actually, for fun girls. That's just me embarrassing my friends. Just so everyone knows, really, that's just me embarrassing my friends. That's all I'm really doing. But in love, that's what it is. But look at this. Put them on the market. I guess we'll time it.
Very nice.
But let me address that real quick. For one, it's very disrespectful for you to even come on here and make that kind of comment. It's not your channel. For two, if you wanted to stand for black women and you felt Vocab wasn't, it was a much better way to say that. For three, apparently you don't know black history, because when they did that to black women, they were called fancy girls and it was disrespectful, and so are you.
What Michelle said.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Michelle's superpower.
That is her superpower.
Putting people in their place.
Yeah.
She's good.
I just thought it was.
But I kid you not. Michelle really, Michelle is a sister. Like, Michelle is like, you know, like the sister. You be like, I'm gonna get my big sister. You better leave me alone.
Michelle's.
When they say I'm gonna go get my sister, let me tell you, Shonny gonna be behind her too, though. But I'm trying to tell you, Cheryl gonna be like at the head of the pack. And then Shonny right behind her, and I'm like on the side of both of them. It's on and cracking. Just know
that's correct.
That was her superpower.
I brought him up because he was being very disrespectful in the chat.
Yeah, I timed him out.
Thank you. He's being very disrespectful. Look here. Look here. My motto is: you might not agree with me, but you gonna respect me. Get yourself together. Thank you.
Michelle's superpower is the giver of several seats.
Yes, she is the giver of several seats. So just wanted to bring that out. You're disrespectful. And thank you. But anyway, I don't really have anything coming up other than, as Michelle said, you know, this summer we're going to be taking a little bit of time off. So I'm just going to be doing some reading. You know, doing some personal things, getting some stuff down on paper, helping the ladies prep for what's next for the Bodega Ladies. Right. And that's about it. That's it.
Were you about to say something, Tytus?
Yeah, I was going to go back to that comment. What was it? Jen and Jews. We actually have addressed more than just black channels. Okay, I've come for the Rubin Report, Michael Shermer, and also BuzzFeed. So there are some more seats for you.
Yeah, there you go. These guys, man. Yeah.
Right, and we don't address black channels. We address false doctrine.
And ideologies. Yeah.
Amen. Now,
it don't matter what you are or where you come from. If you come in with a false doctrine and we find out about it and you up in our face, just know you will be corrected. I don't care who you are, what sex you claiming, or where you came from. You will catch the work too.
Yeah, that's just his way to whine and complain, to be honest. You know, we
right, because he likes Shotty and he know he ain't got a shot and he out here gets angry and upset about it. Fam, that ain't the way to go about it. That's not the way to go about it at all. Now you ain't got no shot at all because you out here being real reckless with your words. Choose better next time. Next move, your best move. You think about it next time before you say something.
Yeah, you're actually probably right. He's probably mad, like, oh, but now he's not much. Yeah, just do it a different way, man. But I mean, I don't know. Does Shotty really want to date a general or whatever? All right, hey, shout out to BK. He couldn't join us. I had a surprise where I was trying to get him to jump on, but it didn't work out with his schedule the way it was working. It was back and forth, and so he sends his love, and he was working to do it. That was going to be, it just didn't quite work out, and we know how DNew had to leave, so shout out to DNew, had to leave early. But you guys, thank you very much for coming on. And I really am glad you said yes and were able to all make it happen, because, you had to take time out from your Saturday. And I know I'm not as organized as BK with 1,000 slides and 24, 48 hours, a week in advance and stuff. I'm sorry, he's on a whole nother level. So I'm sorry you had to deal with me, but I do appreciate your kindness, your patience. And I am going to try to say what's up to you, Michelle, because I'm trying to swoop through Columbus at the end of July. So we'll see if we can.
I might be out of town, but if I'm in town, we're going to go hang out.
All right, I'll let you know. I'll see. And I'll because maybe we, like a group of us, could link up and maybe even do like a video, like a live video together, like a group of us. Because I've been talking, like I said, B Moses, already know Chris and Cordell and stuff like that. So we'll see.
I love Cordell too.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a great guy. All right, so you guys, thank you very much. And it looks like Shotty got dropped, but thank you, Shotty, as well. Dana, it was good to kind of talk to you kind of for the first time and more in depth. And you guys are just great. Everyone, check out everything the Bodega Ladies do. Review all their greatest hits. You will not be disappointed. And with that, we're going to say peace.
Turn your radio up. Whoa. Radio time. Whoa. You're now listening to Street Apologist. Street Apologist. Street Apologist. Street Apologist. On the radio. Street Apologist. Street Apologist.